let you guys know that for some reason my house smells like eggs right now. I can't figure it out.
Why does it smell like eggs?
Well, that's what I'm telling you. I can't figure it out. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I've been trying to figure it out for like weeks now, and
it's actually like a mystery. I thought you had like a bit you're setting up, or like you were gonna say something like.
I mean, I am.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait,
Phil is in need of an expert to guide him. This rotten situation that he's in.
What's the deal with the house smells like eggs?
I really do. I mean, the most troubling, the hardest part is that we do boil eggs a lot in our house, and then we put them into our child's lunch, and she takes them to school, and then so you have a lunchbox with leftover eggs in it, and it could just be that we just have a smelly egg house. I don't know.
You hit like the egg capacity.
And the shells are in the trash.
Smelly egg house on the block now.
It's contaminated every part of the home.
Every school has a weird egg kid, you know?
Thank you, Kim. I've been worried about this so much that my daughter's the stinky egg kid at school, but you know.
No.
I don't think she's old enough for there to be like a particular type of kid, or that for them to be like cognizant of like there being a type of kid, you know. That comes
she tells me about other kids in her class farting and their vaginas hurting and stuff. So I mean, I'm supposed to be like.
But does she have like a fart kid? Like is there like the farting kid?
No, but you like come home and be like, so and so farted twice, and I'm just like, okay, surprised you remember that.
She knows what kind of information you appreciate.
Yeah. That's the goods you. That's
those her audience.
You're getting that hot fart goss is what you're getting. Hell yeah.
If anybody has any good tips for eggs, if any of the listeners can tell me, like I don't think it's a gas link or anything, so don't comment at me like you're in danger. I don't think it's that, but yeah.
But the dreams have gotten worse and weirder, right, and longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
And more egg centric for some reason.
Yeah. Is there a Humpty situation to any of this? Perhaps. Is his ghost trying to reassemble himself in your?
We have a lot of
your neighbor. Have you checked on your neighbor, Dr. Dumpty?
Dr. Dumpty.
That's my proctologist name, actually. Now you bring it up, Dr. Dumpty. I'm really hoping to get some more of these cheek injections this week, if you can fit me in. Is that how that works? That's how you get a good fat ass.
Your cheeks are thick enough. Jeez, I mean, it's only so far you can go.
You have very perky
sorry,
cheeks.
Dr. Dumpy is not going to be in this week because he fell off the wall, Mr. Buck. If you could reschedule.
Well, I just hope all the king's horses and all the king's men are able to put them back together again. Personally, I wouldn't lead with horses. I would start with the king's men, then bring in the horses. But traditionally, in egg medicine, that's not how it's done. Horses, notoriously inarticulate surgeons. They kind of stomp around a lot. Right?
Yeah.
So
do you want the scalpel? What do you want? What do you want?
Yeah. I mean, like
hemming and hawing and neighing and weird stuff.
Speaking of neighing, so right now, guys, it's September the 9th, right? Now, if I'm not mistaken, this show comes out on September the 12th. Is that correct?
That sounds right.
Correct, yeah.
Well, there's a very special day that occurs between those 2 days. And just don't no one freak out, all right? I'm not about to do an extended 9/11 bit or anything, but 9/11 is involved. So I mean, I guess I was thinking to myself, I was thinking out loud, I got access now. I got all kinds of access to cool people and stuff because of my fame. So I thought it'd be appropriate if we got someone who was close to the 9/11 tragedy to appear to appear on the show with us tonight. So yeah, I mean,
George Bush.
It's George Bush. It is George Bush. Yeah, you got it.
I mean, good poll. Nevertheless, good poll.
Impressive.
It's a pretty good poll. I met a bunch
Yeah.
of people at a party the other night, and I got a bunch of numbers.
You were doing
I'm
bumps
trying
with
to-
George Bush.
I know I got his number.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There are a lot of people there. All right. Okay, yeah. I think this is the one. All right, so I'm gonna.
Okay.
All right, let's give him a call, George Bush. Let's give him a call.
Hello, who is this?
This is the cast of the Succ, where we're trying to reach George Bush. Who is this?
This is the ghost of Gilbert Godfrey. I think you have
Oh shit! Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. It's Gilbert Gottfried, everyone. He's
Ghost of Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh,
This is amazing.
Well, welcome on the Succ, Gilbert.
Gilbert's
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, we're all big fans, right? Gilbert, are you really dead though?
Have you seen in a movie lately?
Okay, well,
that is true.
well, attitude from the ghost of Gilbert Gottfried. I just think like Gilbert, like, isn't if you're dead, right? Then isn't this whole like this whole like bit kind of like in like poor taste?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's my ghostly presence downer on this 21st anniversary of the September 11 attack.
Oh. Sorry, your point's well taken, Gilbert. We gotta go. I'm trying to find George Bush's number, but I guess I don't know. You're kind of an opinionated guy. Do you have anything to say about 9/11, Gilbert Gottfried?
Well, of course. Jet fuel and melt steel beams. And
Ooh.
the sun.
Okay. All right.
Now we know who got him.
Okay, yeah. He knows something.
A little too much, yeah.
All right. Well, let's keep going. I'll keep looking. I'm sure I'll find it. I know it's in here somewhere.
Close. Gilbert and George are pretty close together, so it's probably just right.
Gilbert, George.
Did you try?
Right.
one or two numbers up from there in your contacts. Maybe.
Right. It should be pretty close by. I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't write names down in my phone. That's the problem. I never write these. It's just numbers, and then I say.
Except for Hot Dog Man, right? That was.
Well, Hot Dog Man, I did write down. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was a matter of personal safety.
Yeah, you can just use an emoji for that, so that's easy.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I needed to know when he was calling, so I could not answer the phone.
And not George W. Bush.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of dead celebrities, the Queen died today. I think we should probably acknowledge that. I don't know if you guys heard, or if you could escape it.
out of
town.
Yeah, the Queen.
This is the
dead.
first I'm hearing of this.
Yep,
news.
I actually just found out right now. I'm sorry. That's why I was laughing, not for any other reason.
Yeah, she's gone. She's dead. She's deceased and no longer is alive.
I have a
Good for
weird
her.
theory. I think Richard
Mhm.
Dawkins is very happy about this.
Why?
Because everyone in his country's all fucking, oh, God save the Queen, and now it can be like, oh, where was he? He wasn't there.
Yeah.
But he doesn't exist.
Where's your God now, Britain? Not
That-
saving her.
Congratulations, new atheists. You've
Checkmated.
really
Your
came out
last
on top
checkmate.
this time,
I like how
along with the rest of us.
even though I have something super breaking that I could riff on, I drag like a decade-old celebrity from like Reddit in 2012 into it. I can't help it.
Well, regardless of what anyone, I've seen both sides of the spectrum. People that are extremely, reverent of the Queen and the monarchy, and the flip side of the people that are just absolutely going to town and just destroying, just riffing the most heinous memes and posts that you can imagine on the Queen. And the internet has been wilding out today, and it's been funny to see people like Funko posting pops of the Queen.
Oh my God, dude!
Rest in peace,
Absolute hell world.
Hamilton, the musical, posting rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth.
I saw
and Les Miserables too, but like they like immediately deleted it.
Oh, they did.
They're like, oh yeah.
It was
I saw
literally like
Domino's did one.
Yeah.
That was like everyone
What?
at Domino's is like very sorry, and our hearts are with the UK right now. It's like fuck you. Who gives a shit? What you serve shit pizza? Like what the fuck do you?
I'm sure the
Hey,
people of the
better than
United
Pizza Hut.
Kingdom who are in mourning are just, very
Yeah.
comforted
Thank
to
you,
hear
Domino's.
that the people of Domino's are thinking of them. That's fantastic. No word from Papa John though. Curiously,
Not a
No.
single word. This
Suspiciously-
disrespectful.
conspicuously
I
quiet.
think
Papa
what's
John.
a word for like when the
Better
uh,
ingredients. Hate the Queen, Papa John's. That's
There you go. It's hard to know.
Do British people have like a fatwa? Is there something like they
Yeah.
can declare on
it's called a
Papa
gov. It's
John's
called a.
matter?
It's called a govna. It's very similar.
But it is hard to get, it's easy rather to get lost in the weeds with all this because you can't even tell what's real or not anymore. Because that same Domino's post that you spoke of, I saw supposedly, I didn't fact check it, so that's why I have to say supposedly.
Me neither.
But like Dominos Ireland retweeting the Domino's post that you were speaking of, saying "not fucking us" or something like that. Like
Domino's Ireland. Come on, guys. You couldn't lean into that one. Domino's Ireland. Hey guys, we would never be disrespectful.
And I saw another tweet that I have to
All right.
believe was
Domino's
not
Ireland.
true, but I really want to. But it was from The Rock, and it's everyone knows that Black Adam's two weaknesses are. I don't know what his actual weaknesses is. It was that and then
Lightning.
death. Oh, is it lightning? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Black Adam's death. Sorry,
Bad
Black
lightning.
Adam's weaknesses are lightning and deaths of monarchs. So make sure that you check out the new Black Adam trailer at 5 p.m. today.
Fucking Christ, dude.
Which I don't know. I can't verify that it's real.
That can't
but
possibly be true.
I can verify that they did release a new Black Adam trailer today at 5 because I did see that get posted.
What is Black Adam? What is that?
It's a DC comic book character that they made a movie out of.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know when they did that Spider-Man thing where it's like he's Spider-Man, but he's like the black kid Spider-Man.
That's
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. All right.
What?
Nice.
It's not that. They made that, right?
There's no White Adam.
There's no.
There is no White Adam.
So if you remember
Although
this-
I guess
Do you remember the show?
I guess
Mythbusters?
maybe-
That's where I was going.
Yeah. So I mean,
Sorry,
yeah.
someone else go ahead and jump in. That's fine.
I'm looking up Black Adam right now.
Black
Me
Adam,
too.
I
Oh, it's
find
The Rock.
it strains
Yeah,
it strains credibility that there's a Black Adam and a Black Lightning in the same like comics unit. Like,
Well, Black Adam is
can't
one of
they
the
just?
one of the few superheroes that bucks the tradition of if they're going to make an African American hero, they just slap black on the first word of the superhero name and then something else. Black Adam is not a African American, but usually like Black Lightning, Black Panther, that's just like if you're going to get a black superhero, they have to be named Black something. Like, I
Right.
don't know why that is.
But now they did make Black Adam black, so like
They
Is
need
The
an
Rock
Italian Adam.
I thought, yeah, there
It's
you
time.
go. Well, my bad. I
don't
didn't think
know,
that
man.
The Rock was black. I thought The Rock was like from like.
Is he
Pacific
Samoan
Islander,
or
but
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samoan? I think. Right?
Yeah, I thought he
Or
was
he's like
like
half
Samoan
or something. I
or-
don't remember exactly.
yeah, I thought he was like half Samoan and half.
His father was a black Nova Scotian with a small amount of Irish ancestry,
There you
and
go.
his
He's
mother
Irish then.
is Samoan.
Okay.
He should definitely be celebrating the death of the Queen. I mean, this makes so much.
Right.
It's all about
That's how we
Irish.
know that this tweet wasn't real.
Okay. Yeah.
I like
he
this
is
headline
full-blooded Irish.
because I googled it too. I like this headline where it says, "What is Dwayne the Rock Johnson's true ethnicity?" Which is just like
Right, because
Like
he's
he's
been
hiding it.
lying to us this whole time.
It's sort of like
a mystery.
Dwayne the Blarney Stone Johnson.
Hmm.
I like that better.
Man,
Irish humor.
This one goes out to you, Ireland.
Dwayne,
God save the Queen,
Dwayne
right?
the
Fuck you,
Stonehenge.
Ireland
I
Dominos.
said one.
Well, my apologies to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I hope if he hears this, he won't be too offended. I did not know his lineage, but I think I was speaking more to the character. I did not
gonna
think the
hear
Black Adam character was a black superhero, but I could be wrong there too. Obviously, I'm learning a lot on tonight's show. I'm listening. Gonna take a
I'm
step
learning
back.
the DC universe.
And,
I'm growing.
Oh wow!
Coming Jokerfied.
We're not the first 5 white people to sit together and speculate The Rock's ethnicity.
We could do a
No,
whole
I was about to
podcast
say
on just that.
I do this constantly, like, and I keep getting the answer and forgetting is the thing. It's crazy. I've googled that. I've read that same information like 11 times. I don't know.
I just remember from when he was a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just remember from when he was the Scorpion King,
Scorpion King.
Mm-hmm.
which is of course going to succeed to the throne now that Elizabeth is out of the picture.
The Scorpion King era,
The
UK.
best CGI in a movie you've probably
Brexit.
ever seen.
Yep, this is a hard Brexit CGI situation. So,
well, speaking of the Scorpion King, Brendan Fraser is making a comeback. You guys, he's all over the news. You guys, see
Thank
that,
you.
right?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
I, for one, am happy. I have nothing but pleasant memories about Brendan Fraser. I loved the Mummy series, and I liked George of the Jungle all the time. So, Monkey Bone. Who doesn't like Monkey Bone?
Of course.
Oh, I love Monkey
Legend.
Bone. Underrated
You
movie.
got Dave Foley. You got. That's all I remember from it.
I don't remember anything about it, but it has a monkey in it, so I like it.
Yeah.
It's got a bone in it. I like it.
It was a really good one.
I kind of
I love bones. I keep thinking about this tweet that I saw. I can't remember who tweeted it, but he said, "I'm sure Brendan Fraser loves that everyone on the internet is treating him like a 3-legged dog."
Yeah.
It's true. He is, but he is though.
Yeah,
He
it's
is
kind of like,
loving it,
"Oh,
though.
good boy."
I don't love.
Yeah.
I have a very specific relationship with Brendan Fraser. I mean, I really enjoy Brendan Fraser. I enjoyed him as George of the Jungle. I enjoyed him.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
Great role. I enjoyed him in the Mummy films. Pretty much everything he's ever been in, except for Inkheart, which not good. Not a good movie.
Never
so,
saw it.
spoilers for Inkheart. It's bad. Don't watch it.
We like spoilers for bad movies. I feel like we're saving people the trouble. So
Yeah, I don't remember what happens in it. I just remember it's called Inkheart. I don't know. It's not good.
off to a bad start already.
But yeah. I wrote this long screed about. I imagine this is before this was pre Brendan Fraser comeback, right? And I was just thinking about how, you never see anything about Brendan Fraser anymore. What's that guy up to? And then I looked up pictures of him, and he's all, current Brendan Fraser looking, and he looks all sad and everything. So so I wrote this really long post about him one day, where it's like a fictional story, and he has dementia, and he's just like reliving the greatest moment.
I remember this. Yeah, I read that.
Of the Mummy. Yeah, exactly. And this got me mini canceled harder than any other mini canceling I've ever been canceled for. I learned that day how strong. Yeah, well deserved. I was out of mind.
I'm on Team Brendan here.
You're a monster.
Yeah,
I am.
you probably need to just. You probably should just go.
Okay.
I'm with Kim. I'm with you. I think more people should shit on.
What?
Brendan
Hold
Fraser.
on.
He's getting too uppity.
Look, this
Getting
entire
too
time
full of
I've been
himself.
trying. I've been literally saying to myself, "Don't say anything bad about Brendan Fraser. Everyone loves Brendan Fraser. Don't say anything bad about Brendan Fraser."
Everybody's gonna dogpile me and Kim.
I know.
Why? What is?
Look,
He has like
we-
PTSD from bad mouthing Brendan Fraser. He's good. He's fine. I like him. No, I have no problem with him.
No,
Listen,
I really
I think
enjoy
that
his work.
everybody's
his
right,
work.
and something else.
I want to see the whale though. I do want to see that.
I do want to see him. Apparently, it's good.
No, I will always associate,
just can't
Brendan
say
Fraser with
anything.
Pauly Shore, because I think Encino Man is like the movie that sticks for me. I was probably right.
Oh yeah.
When that movie came out,
Oh, God,
that
I forgot that movie.
I still say, I got to drain my lizard, and because from the one scene where he's in the, I don't actually say that. Thank God. I just realized in my mind I say that, but luckily no one ever hears me say that. But yeah,
Wait, what's the movie that he's in
that.
where it's like he plays a hair metal?
That's
rock star
Airheads,
with
and
Steve
that's
Buscemi is
yeah, I
also in
liked
it.
him in that movie.
That's my
Airheads,
movie. Yeah,
Airheads.
I still, chase modest music fame only to crash and burn regularly.
It feels good.
Yeah,
apparently
it does.
the Mummy movies are
relatable.
Absolutely support that.
The Mummy movies are very relatable.
What about the Mummy movies?
They are very super relatable. That one No, I just was gonna say, I guess the Mummy movies are one of the reasons he ruined his body. Like he was trying to be an action star and like wrecked his back and his knees and has had to have
what the fuck did they have
surgery.
him doing? I mean, I remember the movies being like pretty action heavy, but like I don't know. I mean, what the fuck's his name? Tom Cruise has been doing that shit all wild, like for 30 years. This motherfucker.
I just see Cruise is also like 5'6", so he has. Yeah,
he's like an ant, like when they can like be dropped from like a.
Yeah, he's 5'6". He's like an ant size, and he has thetans or a lack of thetans. I don't really quite know how that works.
He's removed all his thetans.
That's another thing I've talked about with a group full of white people several times and figured out and then forgot.
Yeah, exactly. Willow, the same. I've looked up thetans like a dozen times. In fact, that's like all my Google search history is. It's like, what are thetans? What race is The Rock? And why are people mad at me for posting about Brendan Fraser?
The dirt on Fraser.
When I see Brendan Fraser's story, I just say, God, I see what you've done for Brendan Fraser, and I hope you do that to Chris Pratt. Because,
here's something. I miss the Chris Pratt hate episodes. Why do we all hate Chris Pratt? I think he's a fantastic actor.
They found out he was conservative and religious.
Yeah, so
the thing was that he wasn't even like crazy conservative either. He was just like middle of the road, like I'm just a normal Republican guy, and everyone was like, "Yeah, we hate you now."
And he was like kind of an embarrassing wife guy or whatever, but it's like, he hasn't really. I think
in a bad way.
The main issue that was brought up was that. I think the main thing that was brought up was that the pastor of his church that he went to was a piece of shit, which is like true for a lot of people.
Yes, that was it.
That's true for Obama. I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. I think, okay, so we hate Chris Pratt because he's a dumb guy who loves his wife. Isn't that why we all initially loved him, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but then he loved a new wife, so it became complicated.
Yeah.
He's like the Dane Cook of wife guys.
Yeah.
It's exactly
I'd like to hear more of that.
Dane Cook is the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Everyone loved Dane Cook for like, a year and a half.
That's
and
true.
then everyone was like, hey, this sucks. This guy sucks and we don't like him anymore. And everyone was like, tear him down, Of course, Chris Pratt's basically the same guy, They're both exactly the same.
Yeah, many eons ago we liked them and now we don't.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, I think there's something there. That's got legs. I think that could be a thing.
Kind of like I think both of these guys are exactly like Bill Cosby, and
they're very similar to Bill Cosby.
I think they're the exact same person as Bill Cosby. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
I think Brendan Fraser is exactly like Bill Cosby. Because his movies always put me to sleep.
Oof. Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I had to do one. So, but all right.
Let's get back to Black Adam now.
I made Willow laugh.
I was taking it too literally. I was like, the movies are boring. And then I was like, oh. The movies aren't boring.
Yeah.
The movies aren't boring, right? They're...
So that's the idea. I love Brendan Fraser. I can't help myself, you guys. Can't.
We understand, Kim.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to get deep into lots of guys' lore as we do on this show. Chris Pratt lore, Brendan Fraser
Rock
lore.
there.
I wanted to bring this up because I discovered some new lore that I was not aware of that I think that is ripe for discussion on the Succ. This week I stumbled upon a comment thread about lore and beef in the Squishmallow community. I want to send a shout out. Lore and beef.
I'm sorry. Okay, so it's lore about the community or lore involving the Squishmallows?
Well, this thread apparently says there are both lore and beef. I'm just quoting the thread.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But I mean, for the most part, what I discovered is it's just beef. I didn't get into the lore. I don't know if the people that posted this don't know what the word lore means, or there's just more I could not get through. But I'll send a shout out to one of our listeners that we appreciate, Audrey. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Is it
Esme?
Esme. Okay, thank you. Audrey,
that's my guess.
Person sharing it named Kirby Lee. And I guess it's just kind of, I mean, when I really got into it, it sounds like it's kind of like Beanie Babies for 2022. But I did take some screenshots of some of the stuff that is apparently going on in the community. And I want to read a few to you, and we can unpack these together. This person says, as a person in the community, I've seen literal people shove other people for Squishmallows. People have posted legit hate posts about people over them, and two large prominent Squishmallow groups have a large beef that has a lot of lore that I've yet to read through. And then this is a thread that continues to go on and say, but anyway, they literally got called out for shoving someone and like putting their hands on someone's face and shoving it back when the person was trying to look in the Squishmallow bins during a drop.
During a drop.
So treating their fellow humans as though they were Squishmallows, basically. It's actually kind of beautiful that they don't draw that line anymore.
And then I'll leave it with this one. This one, this maybe says more about the person, but it says in all caps, "Stop! There's so much. I got bullied out of the community over a smoke smell on my squishies."
What? Yeah, there's a lot to go over there.
And there's actually
I gotta imagine
more. I mean,
she blows Newport smoke into the Squishmallows' faces.
That's Squishmallow abuse.
Actually, I'm gonna read one more. This one says, "This is legitimate too. Y'all tell me why this 40 to 50 some year old lady in all caps snatched this Wendy the Frog Squishmallow up as soon as I set it down to look at some other squishies while I waited for my boyfriend to finish what he was doing in the middle of Best Buy. She gave me that stupid smirk that the little kid gives when they get away with something, and it sets me off so bad. Sucks for her because there was another Wendy on the bottom shelf. My 23-year-old self still walked away with my $25 toy. I don't know why this woman had to be so aggressive.
$25?
The fact that there was another one immediately makes this person the villain in the story, because there's no reason for conflict whatsoever.
Yeah, there's no conflict here. There's not. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of conflict.
See, when you were
incredible,
up until like 3 months ago, I thought Squishmallows were like a delicious like treat that you would be able to get at a gas station,
right? Like the stuffed,
and not maybe. Like a.
Yeah, I thought it was an Easter thing.
Yeah,
3D Doritos.
No, you thought they were like
right. And when you were mentioning lore, like I did a quick search or whatever, and I was just like, I literally searched Squishmallow lore, and the first things that come up are which Squishmallow is deaf, which Squishmallow has social anxiety. And
all of them.
Like,
what the fuck?
They all have personalities. One's an open micer.
Oh.
Yeah, one's an open micer, and he's the clownfish.
Okay.
His name is Ricky.
Okay, of course.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's probably what they mean by lore. Apparently, it has a drug problem. Which Squishmallow has a problematic heroin addiction. But yeah, no, I didn't. I had no idea that there were so many of them, and people actually like collect them and fight.
I own 3 Squishmallows. I've always bought them as a impulse buy at Walgreens when I go there. Usually because there's the closest store to me in my suburb that I live in is Walgreens, and if I'm in an emergency, I go there for whatever.
Same,
bullshit.
right across the street from me.
And there's Squishmallows at the checkout usually, and I'm like. I bought them for myself, which
are they really $25 though? That's expensive.
No, the one I bought were 10. They are
Okay, yeah,
definitely.
that
They
overpriced.
must
seems-
get marked down after a while, or
No clue.
maybe there's different
I feel
sizes.
lucky at this point, but I know we have
Yeah.
one that's named Dee Dee, and Dee Dee sleeps with my daughter now, and it's like a little, water creature. I don't know, like a.
Mhm.
It
They're
looks like a
cute.
testicle.
I
They all look like
Was
testicles.
it
They
named
look like
Dee
cute testicles.
Dee? Yeah,
Excuse me.
Yeah, like smooth and.
Yeah.
Only my testicles
like-
look like Squishmallows. I would just would love that. But
Oh,
yeah,
guys, I think I found his number. Do
Okay.
you want to try
Dee
calling
Dee?
George
Dee the
Bush again?
Squishmallow?
Yeah,
Oh,
No,
let's see.
guys, George
Ricky,
W. Bush, our hero. What were you
sorry,
talking
yeah,
about?
of course.
I love that guy.
of course.
He's such a nice guy.
All right. Here,
Such a cool guy.
yeah,
Can't wait to
we
finally-
all
I
love
love that
George
he's
Bush.
friends with Obama.
Here
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
man
he makes
himself.
cool paintings. He'll tell you about him. He's a cool guy. All right,
looking
all right.
forward to
So,
this.
all right, call.
Can we call him W, or is that off the table?
Is it Dubs?
It's like close
touchy?
friends. Dubs is okay. He likes
Okay.
Dubs.
Nice. W, that's
Excuse me.
Hello.
This is George W. Bush.
Hello? Hello, who is this?
This is Johnny Cash. That's so.
Whoa. Johnny Cash. Have you been drinking? Hi, this is the cast of the Succ podcast.
That's so cool. I love the sun. I'm actually a big fan of Bill.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Phil, look
Oh.
at you.
Amazing.
yeah, Johnny Cash is a
I'm
man.
I'm very flattered. I'm blushing. Thank you, John.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
I listen to the show on Spotify in the morning. Love to start my day with a buck and sup.
Right. Well, that's
Of course. That's. Can we use that, Johnny? That's amazing.
that is pretty amazing. Johnny.
Yeah,
Fucking
can we
suck
use
in the
that? Can
morning?
we
Fucking suck.
pull that out as a soundbite?
Wow. Well, Johnny, we're trying to reach George W. Bush, because talk to him a little bit about, with the special occasion, 9/11. So do you have any thoughts about the September 11th tragedy?
Well, of course. Nothing is ever as it seems. If you cannot feel, it was an inside job. George Bush isn't now.
Okay, that's you're out of here. Jesus Christ.
Christ.
Sorry, guys.
0 for 2 here.
Fuck.
There's something the theme
Jesus.
going on with your phone, Kim. Everybody you've called has somehow already passed away.
Yeah, I'm starting
how
to
are you
remember that
doing
party.
this?
It was very ghoulish in retrospect. It's like
Who else was there?
there was a theremin player, which I thought was just
Okay.
a really fancy party. Well, they got the theremin guy here, but no, no.
Was it like Clara Rockmore, or like, a less famous theremin?
Of all
It was
the theremin players.
it was Clara Rockmore. Exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
famous theremin
also-
player, Clara Rockmore. Of course.
also dead, I believe. So that's wow. Okay.
Okay, this is starting to make sense.
Yeah. Interesting. You get invited to a lot of crazy parties.
For sure.
I do. I get around. I get out there.
Well, speaking of ghoulish, and I don't know, maybe like territory we like to touch on, cryptids and stuff. Have y'all heard about
Love
this?
cryptids.
New cryptid?
The first AI cryptid.
I love
Loeb?
it. I'm loving it.
Same.
Matt, you
Yeah.
actually added this to the show
Fascinating.
notes. Maybe you could tell us about it.
Sure, yeah. Loab. Is how I've been saying it. I don't know. Maybe it's Loeb. Loab.
I want
like
to. I want to
Loeb.
say it's Loeb. I like
Yeah, it
Loeb.
reminds me of
Okay.
Yeah, Loeb.
Like an
Loeb
ear?
feels a lot
more ghoulish.
better on the tongue.
Loeb. Okay. I thought Loab only because it felt like biblical, like this ancient.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Oh, okay.
so this person who's like I think like a indie musician or something, like that's what they mostly do. They do like AI art on the side for fun, and they claimed to have found a strange, like they got their AI breeding. I forget the exact term for it. Like making instances of these AI generations by feeding the same generation in, and then combining images, that it got infected by this entity that they started calling Loeb. And it's a kind of a creepy looking, like, older woman with long hair, extremely thin lips, and like triangular rosacea on her cheeks, kind of like I don't know, like deep set eyes, and yeah, just overall very creepy vibes. And so they claim that they just kept doing this, and that it was infecting different images, and that they would become grotesque and freakish and full of gore, and all kinds of kind of crazy just images were being generated with this woman in them, or like hidden in them, or like partially in them, or in the background, or seemingly some of the person claimed that they also were happening in like images that were disconnected, or like several generations outside of having had a Loeb image injected in them. And yeah, so this is like a cryptid, basically an AI infection or whatever that keeps coming out in the art, and for whatever reason the AI clings to this and keeps bringing this person up in the images.
Fuck.
What was interesting to me about it was the initial creation of Loeb was just it was a logo, and they told the AI, from what I understand, to do the inverse of that logo, and it's just a simple logo.
Yeah.
And then it's this terrifying woman who, I mean, if you haven't seen her, I would kind of describe, my first thought was it kind of looks like Ozzy Osbourne with rosacea,
A little bit,
but like in a scary way.
I saw her
Yeah.
I saw her at that party I was at the other night.
Oh.
Damn.
I know Loeb. Shit, I got her number somewhere.
Did you get the pronunciation? Was it Loeb or Loeb?
It's well, she likes Lolo. Yeah, and
Oh,
that's what I call her.
yeah, because then
anyway,
you don't have to explain that.
yeah. But no, I think it's actually her first name is Lo, and her last name is Ab. So I believe it's like it's almost just a portmanteau of her two.
Interesting.
Got it.
Some of the things that come out of this that are the most fascinating to me is the implication that there's some kind of like back rooms of like the AI generation, because like
Sure.
if this is happening with DALL-E, I mean even the more like offbeat ones don't allow you to do violence or anything sexually related, and a lot of them limit you from public figures. If you're trying to generate anything related to them, they say no, you can't do that. It violates our policies. But something that was interesting that popped out of me from this thread is this guy is doing some kind of thing with the negatively weighted prompt where he says Brando : -1, which is getting into some weird stuff where it generates this logo that says Digita Pintix, which is just the AI is generating its own gibberish, if you will, or at least that's how it appears on the surface. But like I'm gonna give another shout out on this episode to Sam Lunacharsky. Posted this thread about DALL-E 2 having a secret language, apparently. So I'll just read some of this thread because I don't know how to explain it any better than this thread does. This is DALL-E 2 is a secret language, in quotation marks. Apoplo verse terrestis means birds. Cantora si tinenius lurkia tenenius means bugs or pests. I'll skip ahead a bit so that I can make more sense of this. But it just says a known limitation of DALL-E 2 is that it struggles with text. For example, the prompt, two farmers talking about vegetables with subtitles, gives an image that appears to have gibberish on it. And the gibberish says, Avko pinitigus vucutes. But he goes back and feeds vicutes into DALL-E 2, and surprisingly, he gets dishes with vegetables. He goes back to feed the apopole verseres into it and gets birds, and it seems that the farmers are talking about birds messing with their vegetables. This thread is really long, and it goes on for quite a while. It talks about whales talking about food with subtitles. You look at the image with the whales, they have gibberish. If you take the gibberish and type it in, you get images of words, and it goes on and on to give more examples, which just like blew my mind when I'm thinking about, okay, so what is actually happening here? You're circumventing the safeguards that are built into this AI. You're letting it do things that it's not supposed to be able to do. And this is some of the side effects that are coming out of it. Basically, the Bloody Mary of AI art is like showing up, you know, like.
The whole concept is
Didn't take
fascinating
long.
to me, and I just love, you know, AI art in general. It's like fascinating to me, and that you can like manipulate it and try and, you know, feed different things into it. You can do like you were saying, like the negative, the inverse of something. Like it's like we're just scratching the surface of like the stuff that it can do. That language thing I had not heard, and that's
I for one, I don't like how spooky the language is. Like it can have its own language. Why can't it be like Dutch, something silly where it's everything's just very sing-songy, oopy boopy? But like no, it's like some fucking mummy shit, some Brendan Fraser,
some terrifying Latin.
yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah,
AI.
some combination of Aramaic and Simlish.
This is a bad sign. Aramaic and Simlish. This is a bad sign. Like there's not just like cute. They're Loeb, you know, she's sexy, but she's not cute. You know what I mean? There's everything's scary all the time. I don't know.
Make fun things. Make cool things.
Elon, if you're listening, and I know you are.
Lolo again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And she's polyamorous too, so you know, just throwing that out there. If anyone wants her number, it's in here somewhere. I just gotta find it. Oh, look at that! My phone changed to all weird Aramaic Simlish. So guess she's in the system.
Well,
I do want to say
links. I was just gonna say I'll include some links to the show notes for that. Anybody that's interested, please go ahead.
Yeah, it's a fascinating.
Yeah,
thing.
you gotta look at that if you haven't already.
I do want to say though that you know, I'm no expert, but I've messed with like the AI art stuff a bunch, and it's honestly fairly easy to make these. So like you could like make a backstory and then just keep feeding like this particular like a image or a series of images into the AI, and then just take the creepiest ones and say like, and then give all this backstory. And it did smack a little bit of that, and it's still cool. Sure. I think it's like a fascinating thing to like post that and be like, hey, isn't that a creepy thing? But it would be pretty easy to make this and just fabricate the whole thing.
What do they call those type of posts? I'm gonna get it wrong. I was gonna say
95% of Reddit.
Creepypasta?
Creepypasta. Thank you, Will. That's exactly what I was trying to say. It's a creepypasta, but with AI art, and that really tracks.
And I did think it was especially
odd.
Water. I did think it was especially odd that so at the end of the thread. I mean, I think it's longer now, but at the time I was reading it, the original poster was also saying like, here's some examples of like her popping up in other people's art before AI generations before me, and they were like really a stretch. Like they did not really look like this person, like Loeb or whatever at all to me. They look like kind of a creepy lady. I mean,
well, the pattern recognition part of the brain is like kicking in for them at this point.
Yeah, just like it is in the neural network. Yeah,
days and days. Shit, it's Loeb, you guys. Trust me, it's fucking Loeb.
Extremely Loeb energy going on.
Please sit down. Please sit down and let's finish our dinner. Not
we got to stop all this Loeb talk, guys. I'm getting very aroused. It's not appropriate.
Sorry, Kim. Well,
understandable.
Like,
get back to talking about Brendan Fraser, since you know.
Yeah, can we go back to me making jokes that may or may not get edited out of the podcast?
Good news, we don't edit the podcast anymore, so you're golden.
Oh yeah, Mark Zuckerberg took away the edit button. I forgot.
Yeah, we took away the edit button.
Well, speaking of getting aroused, we got to touch on this one because apparently there's a story that's taken over Reddit, Twitter, TikTok of a man who likes to hump to the irregular rhythms of electronic artist Hudson Mohawk. Have you guys heard about this story? Or
I've heard about the story.
I've heard about it. I have not heard the song.
Oh,
I listened to the song. You have to listen to the song.
I love Hudson Mohawk. I've been a huge fan of Hudson Mohawk. It's so crazy to me that he's like this song is like now extremely popular. It came out in like 2014, I think, or
he likes to make love to this music.
No, the artist doesn't make love to this song. Apparently, a British man who's probably grieving right now.
Of course, he's British.
You kind of have to skip ahead to really understand why that this would be such a strange.
Came out in 2011
to make love to.
Yeah, it's
I've
extremely.
made love to Lou Reed's Metal Machine music, so that's a deep cut. No, never mind. But Wikipedia that
I'm
it's
with you.
good. Yeah, thanks. I knew you'd. Well, Bill, I knew I had you. Come on.
Well,
But,
somehow we found a story that I thought this would be the one that had been most saturated on the internet, but luckily the Queen died, so that is no longer true.
And this is now the soundtrack of the like the zeitgeist of
the Queen dying.
The
It's the last
Queen
song
dying.
she heard.
So I gotta
Fuck
read
off,
this.
Lizzie.
It was this Scottish producer's like 10-year-old song.
I gotta read this post to you. Okay, so this is from the subreddit called "Today I Fucked Up," and it says, "My 20-year-old female girlfriend of 2 years told me the music that I, 25-year-old male, play during sex is weird and a major turnoff. Thank you, Willa, for playing it in the background while we were."
I hear it.
A little backstory: when I first started having sex, I researched it into ways to be better. As one does, starting off strong.
Man,
yeah, of course.
and then
I was a
ignore all
little.
you.
Sorry, I was a little stiff and pretty much had no idea what I
Of
was
course he
doing.
was.
I'm not sure if you. I don't know why you think you do now, but I read online that you can play music. I feel so bad for this guy. I can't even get through the first paragraph. I read online that you can play music and match the rhythm in order to put on a better performance. I searched love making songs and started slowly creating a playlist in which I was comfortable matching the rhythm.
Oh, God.
It's so much funnier when the song is playing in the background.
It's so unsexy too. I love it.
Yeah, if you read the post the whole time you're building up waiting to find out what the song is. And then you finally get to it and it's this song that's just like
Yeah, I assumed it was gonna be. I just assumed it was gonna be like a cringy, like Daughtry song or something like that. And I was like, I can see why she hates him.
Yeah, for real. If someone
But this-
go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know.
Wait, Willow, are you in support of this? You think this works?
I support it.
I'm starting to come. Let's give it a couple more spins.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a banger.
Whoa.
I will say I tried to discuss this story with my wife before I came down, and she kept like not getting it. And I was like, "Let me just play the song," and I played it, and like I was literally the last thing that happened before I came to the show, and she was like ambivalent on it when I played the song, and I was just
really.
like,
Is there a way we can play it here, like out loud? We all just listen, see if any of us get horny.
You can like thrust and just see if it works.
I need to
Yeah,
see
just everyone just sit there and thrust.
the worst.
Doesn't
idea.
matter.
Works, I think.
Top,
I think
bottom,
it's good.
everyone thrust. Yeah, it just yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I
I
could
actually
see
had
it.
an idea for a sex toy that would actually thrust, or maybe already existing
Okay.
thrusting sex toys could be programmed to thrust to the rhythm of Seabat, which is the name of the song.
Sure.
There is a vibrator that you can hook up to an iPod or like iTunes, I believe, or I'm assuming Spotify at this point, but it will go along with the rhythm of whatever you can add to it.
Yeah, that does exist, but it does remind me of a sex toy that I think should exist. It's you know that big mouth Billy Bass thing people hang on the wall. I feel like just that pretty much. If you could just reprogram it to talk a little dirty to you or whatever, and then it's like at that weird angle, so it kind of has to like do that. You have to hold it straight, and then it does that, and then it just hits the right spot. I think that could be a winner. So
Or if it played the Hudmo song while it was sucked you off.
sure,
That would be
play
incredible.
the hot dog song.
There you go. No one has ever tried the sucking off to the rhythm of the Seabat. See, that's the
that's
other
true.
side of this.
That's a new
one. You know.
Yeah.
Speaking of strange and problematic sex toys, apparently there's a new one on the market. I'm going to call this our Baldo report or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's our thing now. We gotta
Baldo
yeah.
report.
This
we gotta
isn't
get
even in the show
sponsored by
notes,
Adam
I
and Eve.
forgot. But I
love
don't
the
even know
Baldo
if this thing is
report.
real. Or the Baldo. Yeah, this is the Baldo report where we report on strange and possibly not real sex toys, but the Baldo is definitely real. This one I'm not so sure about. It's called the Cock Block, and it says finally a way for you to fuck your buddy, which is so funny.
Oh, fuck your buddy?
Because you can
I
always
immediately
fuck
said
your
that to my
buddy.
friends, by the way. I was like, hey guys.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. Yeah.
But it is a block. It is a block with a silicone hole. I like how
holes.
this. If you look at, it has 2 silicone holes. That the funny part to me is they're not reminiscent of vaginas at all. They're much more reminiscent of buttholes, which makes it so funny. But it's meant for apparently 2 hetero dudes to be able to fuck each other.
Finally,
by both inserting their dicks into this block, creating this liminal space of hetero bro sex.
True.
So they're never touching the whole time.
Right. Yes.
That's incredible.
Look at the logo.
Oh my god! Wow, that's not gay at all. See, it's perfectly hetero.
Looks incredibly straight.
Very
And,
hetero.
just thrusting and staring into another man's eyes while some choice music plays in the background. I feel like
Seabat is going very hard in the background.
I think you could just spray Axe body spray directly into the holes and it self cleans. It's incredible.
Ooh, yeah. and it's
that is.
It smells like a Transformer movie. You know?
It should make Transformer noises as well, though. That'd be great.
Oh, that would be so much cooler.
That's why you play Seabat. You get the Transformer
Yeah, there you
noises,
go.
right?
I think, but what's the line? You're like, what? At what point? It depends how you use the what's it called again?
Cock block.
The cock block.
The cock block. Yeah, it depends how you use the cock block, because I think there are plenty of things you could do while while using it that would make it gay again pretty easily, right?
Yeah, you have to be very careful because you could become gay if anything goes wrong. It's very delicate.
Right. So if you both are wearing shirts, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not gay.
Not gay.
Fellas.
If one of you is not wearing a shirt,
not gay.
Like one of these guys isn't,
because it's like shirts and skins. Okay. It's like you're playing shirts and skins.
That shirts
exactly.
And skins.
Yeah,
that's easy.
That's not gay.
Yeah.
But both shirts off.
Yeah, you're getting into a little bit gay, and it's a little bit gay. It's a little bit gay, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's full blown gay, but it's
how
getting
does
there.
the cock block stay in place? If someone has to hold the cock block in place,
A
gay?
third bud has to hold it.
It's like,
and then they both the other straight men.
You could also use this to your advantage, sort of like take like one of those like in a hospital, how you have like the tray that comes out that you can adjust. Right. So you position that between the two of you. You have one guy's gonna have to do a lot more work here. Sort of doing like a big push-up formation over the top. Mm-hmm. And then you have that between you, and then you can use that for leverage to keep the cock block in place.
I like the idea of there being.
I haven't put any thought into this.
Figured out.
I just like the idea of there being a cock block stand that you can wheel in, like it's like your teacher's out and you have a sub, and it's like it's cock block time.
If somebody doesn't make that meme, I'm going to flip my table.
Well, this time, Dee Dee couldn't come, so it's just you and me.
And the
JJ.
I want to say I personally think that the cock block is actually supposed to be. They haven't figured this out yet, but it's supposed to be marketed to the Mormon community.
I was about to say that, Phil. This is perfect for Mormons.
Jump your cock.
You just get a jump. You just get a jump humper to jump hump your cock block. And then you don't have to worry about being a homosexual. You keep your white shirt on, and then recite passages from the Book of Mormon to each other.
I feel like you can't make eye contact, and that makes it gay. I think.
Yeah,
what the eye contact?
Eye contact. You could observe each other's.
That is your brother in Christ. You are allowed to look into his eyes.
One guy's a brother, the other one's Christ.
Yeah, like if
two guys, one name's brother, one is named Christ, and the jump humper's named
Inside.
So, yeah. Inside.
It's a good old Bic situation, and if they have if like a guy you just get one of you should both of you should have tattoos, because then you can just observe those, and it's like, oh cool, sick, where'd you get that? And it's like,
that's such a sick tribal tattoo.
Yeah, Mormons underneath their magic underwear, Mormons are tatted the fuck up.
Yeah,
right. I'm sorry. We were still talking about Mormons and not guys trying not to be gay. I'm
Breaking
so sorry.
News, Ashley, what have you found?
So I was just reading and I was thinking, so the elastic casing can be squeezed to control the tightness. So it's not like but it sucks because it's not like a Tempur-Pedic where like one person
Right.
maybe prefers like
I
a
see,
looser
I see.
hole. So you
Well, that's
both
why you
have
gotta
to
hang out
agree
with
on
your-
the tightness.
Yeah, you gotta hang out with your bros that like have the same like taste in
pussy tightness.
Asshole tightness.
right.
And synthetic asshole
And you'll
tightness.
know them by the ones that like you can talk movies with, and they won't like try to get you to shut the fuck up after
Yeah.
45
Right.
minutes talking about the same scene. And
If they point out the actor or actress from that thing, then they probably have the more tightness than the person that does.
absolutely,
Right. If they are attracted to every character in The Mummy, then that's how you know that you're hanging out with. That's like a bisexual
Yeah,
thing now. I don't know if anybody's.
It's like
Well,
a
I mean, it's
cliche
true.
now.
Everyone in the fucking Mummy is hot. I mean, it's like like everyone, even the fucking dead people. Like underneath the.
I
those
saw
wrappings.
a very sad movie. I saw a very sad movie where Rachel Weisz either spits in someone's mouth or gets her mouth spit in, and it's still,
And that's sad.
it's like she can do
Yeah.
no wrong really in that
Yeah.
regard or any.
What's the name of that movie, Willow?
The thing-
Just for the
Curiosity.
listeners at home.
Asking
maybe
for a
you'll
friend.
Look it up.
I will. I
Put it in
will.
the show
I
notes.
will let you know. Yeah, off air.
Yeah, if we could put
I
that in
can't
the description.
Put it in the show
Put that
notes.
in the
I'm just
show
gonna Google it. Rachel.
Yeah, just go see.
Rachel Weisz.
It's
Very-
honestly beautiful,
AI
absolutely
Loeb.
beautiful movie. Absolutely beautiful movie.
I
called Disobedient.
just got Dwayne the Rock Johnson's race again. I think my Google's broken. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I just have to. So the important thing that I noticed or I read about the cock block is that
Breaking news.
the holes merge for intense cock on cock stroking.
No, it doesn't make sense.
It's gay now. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So
Definitely.
we are
Buttholes,
we
that's
are
confusing.
recruiting. The community
yeah.
at large is recruiting,
You know
and that's
what?
beautiful.
This
Okay,
is
yeah.
just
It's a
what we
trick.
wanted.
It's a trick.
This is a
This
trick.
is it's not a bro hetero thing.
Got you,
It's
motherfuckers.
the inverse of a double
friend
donger.
Shit, I'm
fuckers.
gay. God damn it. Oh well.
I've
I'm
always
gay now.
wanted a double donger for dudes, and we finally have one.
Double
Double
donger
donger.
for dudes. Just
Yeah.
gonna.
That's how they should have marketed this.
Double donger for dudes.
That's a triple D.
We're
rolling in.
Yeah, we're rolling
Guy
in
Fieri.
trying to find America's best cocks, balls, and scrotes. You're watching Triple D.
Oh, I got some food lube here.
Food lube.
And some real lube.
Donkey, give me the donkey sauce, guy.
Look at the
mound on this
pubis. I like my hole tight as hell. Zoom
I'm
in.
fucking
It's out of sight, brother.
Do you think Guy Fieri's pubes look like the top of his head, dude? Did the curtains match the drapes? Is what
I hope so.
At this point,
I need it to be true.
I hope
Gotta
he
be.
shaves flames.
Yeah.
Flames into it.
It was a flame shape.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Guy Fieri, if you're listening, and I know you are.
Can we get him on?
If you
Yeah,
got
you
to
want Guy
get your,
Fieri on?
your
I
hair
got his number. I can find
and your
Yeah, was he at
goatee
the party?
dyed on the weekly, why wouldn't you just get your pubes added in the mix? I mean,
Yeah,
True.
you realize how much more work?
yeah, they're
you get
basically
your
in the same spot.
facial hair dyed once a. I mean, that takes so much more commitment than your hair, and you might as well just throw the pubes in. I'm just saying.
Might as well
Speculation.
throw the pubes in.
Might.
Throw them in.
That's what I say in all my favorite recipes.
I think that's how you should
Yeah.
sign off every podcast. Remember? Throw
Might
the
as well.
pubes in. Might as
Throw
well.
my pubes in, everyone.
Yeah.
I was just hoping we'd actually get to talk to George W. Bush.
Oh,
before
yeah.
the was
Oh
over.
yeah,
Oh,
thanks-
yeah, for
thanks
sure.
reminding
George
me,
W.
Phil.
Bush.
Yeah,
Kinda,
glad we
the
could circle
payoff here.
back around. Yeah. Oh, the payoff is gonna be huge when we talk to
Here it
George
comes.
Winston Bush. Here he comes.
Is it Winston?
Yeah, probably.
Named after Winston.
It's Washington.
George W. It's actually just W, but spelled out with the
Nice.
Yeah, right.
W starts with
Yeah.
W.
W D
Not a D.
U W.
Phonetic
Like yeah,
W.
something.
It actually-
WD. No,
It's
WMD something.
a little bit.
The W and W is silent.
Yeah.
WMD 40. You know, that's my George Bush impression. How did everybody like it? It was great, right?
No, it's
It was actually not bad.
I'm great at impressions. Yeah.
That was pretty good. Yeah. If we ever do a bit where George
really
Bush is on the
good.
podcast, Willow, you should play George Bush. Oh boy, wait, that's what we're doing, right? Okay, so let's call George Bush.
Let's call him.
Now,
Let's make that happen.
Before mentioned that I set up previously. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is his number.
Right.
All right.
I'm getting a little skeptical here, Kim.
Well, I mean, we're at the end of the show. If we don't get
faith.
him now, then I say we call it.
Fair
I'll call him
enough.
later. Yeah.
Let's try it out.
Let's see. Hello.
Hey, it's me, Rick, from that show, Rick and Morty. Look at me, I'm part of it. I'm part of the bit. Suck my dick.
Oh, great.
Rick, what is?
Conspiracy, Rick.
All right. Goodbye.
There it is.
Fucking asshole. Sorry, guys. I couldn't. I guess it's just dead people and Justin Roiland characters that I got the numbers for.
Beautiful. Yeah, Kim. If George W called you back, ring us up. We'll all hop on the stream. I think it'll be worth it. You know.
Okay, sure. I'll let you
Anytime.
know. I'll let you know. For
Before
sure.
we go, though, there was one other story that was as bleak as George W. Bush's presidency. I think that we should touch on. The headline reads. The headline reads: NFT expert imagines a hopeful future where poor people serve as "quote unquote" real life NPCs in games.
Fuck you.
Just
Sorry.
just absolute fucking nightmare hell, dude.
Yes. The headline would give you that idea right off the bat, but if you actually read this article from PC Gamer, as I like to read PC Gamer all the time. I'm a PC gamer, you guys.
I used to have a subscription when I was
Really?
12. Yeah.
Okay. Well, when you're 12, the world was very different. There was no
Of course.
NFTs or child labor in NFT based games. Apparently this person, the headline is quoting a man that goes by the name Big Chief, for the record. So I wanted to point out that this headline is very bullshittery, that the NFT expert is just a guy who spent money on crypto and NFTs, and he has a game called Critters with a Z at the end, of course.
So not something that you could have probably seen in like 1994 for like Game Gear, rather.
But the article kind of centers around the fact that he's floating the idea of having real life people be NPCs in games. But this is based on his previous experience in this game called Critters, that is basically a Minecraft-like game with NFTs in it. And he admits in the story, he says, I have a lot of kids that play for me, and they play because they want to make extra money in a country that's really just locking them down. Big Chief explained. People in the Philippines were willing to play the game this way, he added, because they were able to earn just enough where it was worth their while. And I mean, he's basically just volunteering the fact that he's doing child labor in video games for NFTs. I mean,
Yep.
I think you could probably get him on that.
Yep. Libertarian is such a beautiful ideology, dude. It just all comes back to child labor should be allowed.
Yeah.
But in video games.
So multifaceted in that it wants to include children of all shapes, sizes, races.
It's very inclusive
in its labor market.
Yeah.
Can I read the worst part of it? Do you mind?
Yes, please.
Okay, this is this is like the thing that was going around. With the cheap labor of a developing country, you could use people in the Philippines as NPCs. Real life NPCs in your game. They would just populate the world, maybe do a random job or just walk back and forth. Fishing, telling stories, a shopkeeper. Anything is really possible.
So slavery, but Stardew Valley?
Just insane.
It's more like hiring, exploiting re-exploiting an area that's already been exploited for natural resources in like the 40s or 50s, right? As a location for your movie, and then hiring maybe some locals to walk around in the background, fishing, telling stories, and not paying them fucking scale, like not paying them shit. giving them bread and going, well, in their country, this is very valuable. Fuck off, man. Christ.
Yeah.
You would like to believe that if he was paying them like $1 and saying like, oh, $1 is very valuable in the Philippines. The exchange rate is amazing. But no, he's actually paying them in block tokens, and apparently
in company coins,
which is next to fucking worthless at this point, from what I understand.
My favorite part is the end of the article. This guy still really thinks he's doing something good. It says, Big Chief understandably bemoaned his loss. That is, the loss of his ability to do so much good for others. He says, I treated a lot of these kids like they're my kids. So it's kind of sad now that I can't really offer them much. Before, I was really helping a lot of these kids, giving them an opportunity to make some extra cash for their families. And it just kind of sucks that I can't really do that right now. Go to hell, guy.
Wow. I'm exploiting people, and I feel bad that I can't exploit them more.
Sucks.
Man, I don't generally tell people to. I don't tell people to kill themselves, but fucking, you named yourself Big Chief, buddy.
Yeah. Guys, look at this. I got a voicemail here.
What?
What's that?
Yeah, I got a voice. Oh, you know what must have happened? I must have been on the line with one of those other kook characters, and he tried to call and he couldn't get through. Damn it.
Holy shit.
Should I just play it out loud?
Sure, yeah, just play it. Let's hear it.
Hopefully it's nothing private.
Hopefully, hate when you open the photo reel to that,
Oh God!
Intimate.
Yeah, I hate it when I open my photo reel. There's just a big George Bush nude sitting there.
Yeah. Mission accomplished, and all that.
Yeah.
But his dick's out.
Anyway.
Mission accomplished.
It's covered in period blood.
So,
I can't come anymore unless somebody throws a shoe at my head first.
God.
So let's hit play on this.
My fellow Sucksters, I just want to say, I love Brendan Fraser. I'm so happy he is doing so well. And Kim is an asshole.
What the fuck
Stay vigilant. My friends, Mormons are using cock blockers to turn our children gay. And forget to hit the police. Why not? I've got to go now. My new girlfriend Loeb is taking me to Applebee's. In conclusion, F4 can't melt steel beams. Oh, and I died. That's why Kim has my number. Okay, good one.
That makes sense. All right. Holy shit! It all went back. It all wraps it.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yes.
This is a monumental episode. There's no other way to top that.
The queen is dead, and
had.
so is the jester. You get it?
Wow, Vanity Fair article from 2004. Very nice.
Not my president.
I think we got to wrap it up on that note. There's no other way to take this show out.
That's a good
I want to say thanks to all the Succ listeners out there for joining us. Episode 51 of the Succ. Make sure, if you're enjoying the show, review us on Apple Podcasts, like and subscribe on YouTube, join our group, the Succ Shame Posting on Facebook, and if you're really enjoying the show, send us an Abe Lincoln on Patreon.com. And soon his face will be replaced by King Charles, as is the mandate, right? They have to change all the money, so send it now before Abe is gone. Anyway, that's our episode for today. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.
Later.
Bye.